What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at some more pointless Keyforge cards. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I did a video about this a little while ago. The video has proven quite popular. People have liked it, people have said nice things about it, but people have also continued to give me a bunch of examples of cards that they've gotten in Keyforge decks which, to be polite, have not worked terribly well. So I thought I would share a few more examples with you, and also a huge thank you to everyone that's given me ideas and examples over on the Facebook thread. You guys rock. Now, somebody did say, and I'm afraid this amused me way more than it should, yeah, in every BROBNAR deck I open, I've got 12 pointless BROBNAR cards. Ouch. But there is actually one really nice BROBNAR example I want to show you, and it is a deck. What's the name of it? F. Prawn the Forest Scammer. Yeah, he is a scammer. Because there are 3 copies of Coward's End. Now, you might be thinking, well, come on, Wossy, Coward's End can be a useful card, and yes, it can. You see, Coward's End destroys each undamaged creature and gains 3 chains. Now, first of all, you don't want to be gaining like 9 chains in quick succession, but then again, board wiping is good. The Saurian Republic have a bunch of creatures like Grimlocker's Ducks, and they like to exalt. And then when they exalt, they've got a bunch of amber on them, and if you destroy them, you get the amber. Or maybe your opponent's using something like Sir Marrows, and they're capturing all your amber. So you can use this to get your amber back from that pesky Sir Marrows. But here's the thing. The deck also has autocannon. And the combination of autocannon and Coward's End is one of the silliest combo fails that I remember seeing in the game. You see, for those of you that may have forgotten, autocannon says that every time a creature is played, it takes 1 damage. Yeah, you see, autocannon damages every creature that comes into play, and then you've got 3 copies of a card, Coward's End, that destroys all undamaged creatures and then gives you 3 chains. Which means if you actually play Coward's End, then all that happens is nothing and you gain 3 chains. This is one of my absolute favourite examples. Torvald Peterson, thank you very much for this one. This one amused me greatly. Now here's a very easy, obvious one that I'm sure has come across in a bunch of decks. Scientifical Hack. Now, what even makes this worse is that this is a rare card. You see, Scientifical Hack, now the good news is it does give you an amber bonus, so at least you get an amber. But it's an artifact with an Omni ability, meaning you can use it regardless of your active house. And for the remainder of the turn, you may use friendly artifacts as if they belonged to the active house. So if it's a non-logos turn, or it's a logos turn, it really doesn't matter. You essentially can use every one of your artifacts on the turn you use the Omni ability on Scientifical Hack. Unless, of course, Scientifical Hack just so happens to be the only one you've got. Yeah, you see, if Scientifical Hack is the only artifact you've got, then you can use it on any turn, and then when you use it, it allows you to use cards that don't exist. It literally does nothing. Now, to be fair, the fact that it's got an amber bonus, yay. You know, when you put your autocannon down for the amber bonus and then play Coward's End, you literally just give yourself 3 chains. It is, in fact, just binding irons against yourself. Yeah. That's not good. So at least you get the amber bonus, but I don't think any of us are going to sit there and pretend that this is actually a fun thing to do. Now here's a slightly more complicated one, but I do enjoy this one very much indeed. You see, when the game came around initially, when Call of the Archons was released, everybody got super excited about the Horsemen. The Horsemen were fun. So what you would essentially do is you'd get a deck and they would all come together. Horsemen of Famine destroyed the least powerful creature. Horsemen of Pestilence dealt 1 damage to each non-horseman creature when you play Fought or Reaped. Horsemen of War let each friendly creature fight as if they belong to the active house. And then Horsemen of Death returned each horseman creature from your discard pile to your hand. They were all about the fighting. So what about if you ended up getting this in a deck with Soul Snatcher? As Yen Bernth Newman did. You see, Soul Snatcher says that every time a creature is destroyed, its owner gains 1 amber. Well, yeah, but the whole point of having a Horseman deck is to wreck your opponent's board. That's what the Horsemen do. They force all of your creatures into fighting. They destroy the least powerful creature. They drop damage around. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that this gets pretty bad pretty quickly. Now, to be fair, you could say this about Soul Snatcher whenever it appeared in any deck that was better geared towards fighting, but remember, when it comes to Keyforge, you've got to forge keys. Fighting is good, stopping your opponent's setup is good, but sooner or later you've got to forge keys, so having a strategy whereby you've only got to fight and then rewarding your opponent for your own fighting, I mean, if you're feeding them amber while you're not getting amber, things are going very badly very quickly. But some of you have given me just the best examples. Another one here. Now, I don't actually know what this deck is called because, it might be Chinese language, it might be another Asian language. I do apologize. Either way, it's not a language that I speak. My apologies. But this deck has 2 copies of One Last Job. Sorry, I'm chuckling to myself because I'm remembering some of these examples as I'm going through them, and they're so good. These are actual decks. One Last Job gives you an amber bonus, which, to be fair, at least it gives you an amber bonus. Purge each friendly shadows creature. Steal 1 amber for each creature purged this way. Now, okay, it's a little bit awkward, I'll grant you. You have to purge all your shadows creatures, but at least you get to steal amber. This card is very much an emergency end of the game, I will smash kind of card. I am going to get a whole bunch of amber here. I'm going to steal all your amber. I don't want to purge my 5 shadows creatures, but purging 5 shadows creatures means I steal 5 amber. Purge means they're gone and they ain't coming back for the rest of the game. But if I don't steal 5 amber, you're going to win next turn, so okay, that's fair. Now, this deck actually plays 2 copies of One Last Job, which means you can purge your creatures in 2 different goes, or you've got twice as much chance of drawing into it when you need it, etc. But, and I kid you not, this is true, the deck has 0 shadows creatures. There are 11 creatures in the deck, and none of them are in shadows. It has 2 copies of One Last Job, and no shadows creatures whatsoever in the deck. That is even better than the autocannon Coward's End combo, and I found that one very amusing. And now let's finish on one which is very much along the same lines. It is possible, but it's very complicated. So what we've got, and as soon as I show you the cards, you're going to see where we're going with this. Stampede. Stampede is an untamed card, and it says that if you've used 3 or more creatures this turn, you steal 2 amber. Can you see where we're going with this, ladies and gentlemen? You see, in Keyforge, we have houses. And at the beginning of your turn, what you do is you pick a house. And you are able to do essentially whatever you want in that house for the rest of the turn. You can use cards of that house, play cards of that house, or indeed discard cards of that house. Yeah, in this deck, in the deck we're talking about, it's Valdis Sole Il Naturali something. We've got, Naturalista, we've got 1 Dust Pixie, good card incidentally, gives us double amber bonus when we play it. And 1 Snufflegator, and I don't think I've been particularly shy about my love for Snufflegator. And that's it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a whopping 2 creatures. The problem is that there's no house cheating in this untamed suite here. So basically, what you've got is a card that gives you an amber bonus. And again, don't sleep on getting an amber bonus. That can be nice, but we need more. There's plenty of cards that give you amber bonuses. We want cards that give you amber bonuses and actually do something useful. This doesn't. Now, this was posted on the Facebook group by the lovely Enrico Fantini, who did give us an example of when this would actually work, and it all revolves around the new card from Worlds Collide, Exile. You see, Exile will actually work here, because Exile, when you play it, you give control of a friendly creature to your opponent. So if your opponent takes an untamed creature of their own and sends it over to you, then you will be able to use Stampede properly and steal that amber. Chances of it actually working? Very, very slim, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very slim. So there we go. That was some more, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I might call it more pointless Keyforge cards. I might call it algorithm fails. Either way, or failgorithms. No, I don't know if enough people will see that on the thumbnail and know what I mean. Either way, decks where you open them up and you have a quick look and then you realise what's going on and your heart sinks just a little bit. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you've got any examples of your own, please do share them. I would love to hear them. And as always, let me know what you think about this video. If this is the kind of video you would like to see again in the future, not exactly this, different examples, let me know. As you've probably figured out, I enjoy recording these videos. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, but remember the rule. Be nice, would you? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk Transformers and a whole bunch of other games. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would you? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.